Which Blade Runner cut should you watch? Blade Runner was directed by science fiction's godfather Ridley Scott, and it explored the themes of what it means to be human. Loosely based on Philip K. Dick's Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, Blade Runner was the inspiration for The Matrix, Ex Machina, and Westworld, and was a pioneer of cinematography, storytelling, and score production. So with all this time we have at home, it's a great opportunity to explore one of the most important sci-fi films ever made. And this is where it gets difficult. There are 7 different cuts of Blade Runner, a foray into a minefield for casual Blade Runner fans alone, let alone first-timers. So let's break down which of the 7 cuts you should watch. San Diego's sneak preview cut and US broadcast cut. The former was only shown one time at an event in May of 1982. The latter was edited for TV by CBS in 1986. You won't be able to find these, and you definitely wouldn't want to watch the broadcast cut even if you did. 2 down, 5 to go. US theatrical release and international theatrical release. These versions are basically identical. The international release is just more violent. It's the differences from the rest of the cuts that sets these apart. After test audiences found the film too confusing, the studio and producers forced the addition of an opening crawl, explaining replicants, their legal status on Earth, and the Blade Runners who retire them, the happy ending, which took unused footage from Stanley Kubrick for The Shining, and, despite being adamantly opposed by both Ridley Scott and Harrison Ford, a cringe-worthy voiceover.
Replicants weren't supposed to have feelings. Neither were Blade Runners. What the hell was happening to me?
For more or less, Scott detests these versions, and you should really only watch them after other, better cuts have been viewed. Work print. The aforementioned version that confused test audiences in Denver and Dallas in 1982 was rediscovered in 1989 and shown at festivals and theaters in Los Angeles and San Francisco between 1990 and 1991. Advertised as the director's cut without Ridley Scott's knowledge, this version does not include the opening crawl, the voiceover minus one short narration at the end of the film, or the happy ending. But it was also rough around the edges and was missing Vangelis' score. Although better than the theatrical versions, it's incomplete and should only be sought out by die-hard Blade Runner fans. Director's cut. The hugely positive response to the re-release of the work print and Ridley Scott's public disowning of it as the director's cut led to Warner Brothers hastily creating an official director's cut. However, even though Scott approved of and provided extensive notes and consultation for the director's cut, he did not oversee the editing. It omits all voiceover and the happy ending, but brings back the opening crawl, the full score is present, and it also introduces part of the famous unicorn scene for the first time. It has its flaws, but could be recommended if it's the only version available for first-time viewers, or for those who saw Blade Runner a long time ago. The final cut. Blade Runner the way it was meant to be seen. With this cut, Ridley Scott had the most freedom to edit the film as to how he pictured it back in 1982, and he personally oversaw its production. No voiceover or happy ending, it has the opening crawl, the more violent scenes from the international release, and the full unicorn scene. It also updated and cleaned special effects, and the sound was remastered. This is the version that Denis Villeneuve recommended watching before seeing Blade Runner 2049, and it is absolutely the version that everyone should watch and the only version to buy. The biggest difference between these cuts in varying degrees is the way the film treats its viewers. They treat you as a child by either censoring things deemed too disturbing or worse, thinking you're stupid and holding your hand through the entire film. Blade Runner the Final Cut is the only version that does neither. Which cut of Blade Runner do you prefer? Let us know in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and as always, geek out.